Hello, this is Donna from Donna's Creative Space, and I'm here for my weekly Friday at noon Facebook Live. I've been doing this, gosh, every week now for quite a while. So if you are watching live, please say hello. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. So today I decided to work with a stamp set that is in our current catalogs, both catalogs I should say. It's in our mini catalog that is going on through June, and it's also has been carried over into our into the big catalog. So I just want to say a couple of things about that. It has oh gosh, where did I put them? I have the dies that go with them, and oh, here they are. So it has a set of dies called Hydrangea Dyes, go figure, that go with it. And if you're looking at the mini catalog, right, these numbers are not the same anymore, so you will have to use the numbers out of the annual catalog. This catalog looks like this. They've just changed the number, but you can still get it as a bundle. I believe in the bundle is also carrying over into the new catalog. A lot of the times, once it's been seen in a catalog, they don't carry over as a bundle. You'll have to order it separately. But for this one, this is in the mini catalog. I just thought I'd show you because I use this for inspiration. But here's all the items in the mini catalog. Now, that is on page 19. If you have your annual catalog, it's on page 109. And I use this as an inspiration. So I'm using both catalogs for inspiration today to share a couple cards with you. So, the one thing is this first card, the designer paper that is, it's absolutely gorgeous. It is called Hydrangea Hill, all right, and it's really pretty, and this is not being carried over into, it's not in the new catalog. So if you like this, here, I'm going to pull it out so you can see it. If you like it, you need to order it before the end of June, okay? No, before the end of May. That catalog runs out, let's see, let me just make sure I'm giving you the right dates, because I know that God, where's the front of the catalog? So this annual catalog just started May 4th. Yeah, so through June, January through June. So I'm thinking it ends the beginning of June though. So we have this month of overlap. So just make sure that if you like this paper, look at this. This is absolutely pretty. Well, I'm not sure I like that side, but this paper is the side I'm using. But look at these. How pretty is this paper, right? I'll leave that like this so you can see the two. And then this one is in some really pretty corally colors. And, oh, this is the one that I was showing you here. That's that one. So I'll put that. And this one has a pretty, see, they're all double-sided. So you get 12 sheets. And this one we're using today. And look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And the back of that is this pretty dotted pink pattern. Okay, but this is such pretty designer series paper, and I think this one's my favorite, and this one, because I love purples. But isn't it pretty? Alright, so if I'm making one card using this paper today, but if you like this paper, you want to shop. It's not in the big catalog, so once the mini catalog ends, you won't be able to get it again. Alright, so let's do this card first. It was a fun card, and I am going to make a couple of changes to it, but I thought I would show you, and this is, I'll show you which I'm I got it, my inspiration from the catalog. And that's the card that I was looking at for inspiration. And let's see, I'm just trying to move a few things around because I've got so much stuff around me. And I have to pull this in. Okay, now let's get started. So I used a piece of gorgeous grape, right? This is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. And then, oh, wait till you see this. Well, I have a piece of basic white. That's not what I was excited about. But this is the Designer Series paper, right? Oh, I was thinking of something else, so you don't have to get excited yet. You can wait to get excited. So this is the Designer Series paper. I'm using this kind of purplish side. Maybe it's like a Highland Heather. And that is, what did I cut this to? This is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to mat that on a piece of Misty Moonlight that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 because I just wanted a tiny little border showing. Usually I go up a 1/4 inch so that there's like an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I mean, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. But this one, I only made the back piece an 1/8 inch larger. That way it's only like a 1/16 all the way around because I just wanted a subtle little color poking out. And you need some scrap grape and some scrap white. And then we need some of that DSP with the hydrangea petals on it. We need 2 pieces of that. You need 1 piece. This piece is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. I of course cut 2. I like to cut doubles just in case. And then I have another piece of Misty Moonlight, which is an 1/8 inch bigger than this. Oops. So it is 2 5/8 by 3, 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And that's what we need. Now, I am going to use my cute little mini cut and emboss machine to do a couple of things. So, you know what? Let's see. Can I? Yes. I'm gonna cut right now. And I put the plates down. So you might be very close to the screen, but let's see. So you put in your number 1 plate and 1 of the number 2s. So you put your number 2, and then you're going to have a second number 2. But we're going to put a couple of dies down, and I'm using from that the Hydrangea Dyes. I am using this long one here, right, that cuts individual flowers out, little blossoms, and then this piece, which cuts a big piece, but it also cuts like little cut marks into them, so you can kind of see it on the card. Let me get my take your pick tool. You can kind of pick up the little petals, right? These are the single flat flowers that I put on afterwards, but see this? You can pick up the little petals just to add a little bit of dimension. I thought it was kind of fun. So I took that piece and I'm going to put this on it like that, and I wonder if I can get this piece in at the same time. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. All right, let me see. I'm going to squeeze it next to it. I think I can do this. Am I in the image area? I don't even know. Let me see. Is it dark? I think I forgot to put a couple lights on. Hang on a sec. I want to get a couple more lights over here. See if that helps. As I make a really big noise. That might be a little better. A little more lighting. Not sure. Let's see. There's a little bit of a delay on the Facebook Live. So I do want to mention, while I'm waiting for it to catch up, is that I do have my free May card class to go. It's using the Handsomely Suited stamp set, which, gosh, I have, oh, here it is. Hang on. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, boy. I'm making a mess. But I do have I've been making cards with it, and you'll get, these are just a couple right now that I made with it. I'm not sure which ones will be in the kit, but you're going to get a kit of 8 cards, 4 designs. And you get that absolutely free if you place an order, a minimum order of $35 before tax and shipping in my DonnaSingleton.StampinUp.net. That's my store. And this is my blog if you want to follow my blog. But, so you get, I don't know, like I said, I've made a bunch of cards, and unfortunately some are in the other room, and I didn't think to grab them before I started to go live. But I am going to have, you'll get the 8 card kits, but I just haven't picked out which ones yet. But they make really nice Father's Day and masculine cards. There'll be a nice masculine birthday card or two. All right, so back to this. So I'm taking that long strip that's going to cut a bunch of little blossoms out and that rounded thing, right? And I think that the lights worked better now. And you just crank it through, crank, 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 crank. And look at this. Isn't this cool? So see how these little blossoms can come up? And you can add a little bit of dimension to it. So we have that. Then check this out. This makes all those little blossoms. So let me get them all off of this. My plate is rather banged up. I have a couple on order. I cut a lot with these, as you can see. See all the cut marks? After a while, things stick to it, so I want to get new ones. Alright, so I have all those little blossoms cut out, and I'll just leave those off to the side. And now I can put away the Big Shot. Oh, it's not a Big Shot, Donna. It's a mini cut and emboss machine. It's like a mouthful, so I'm going to put this off to the side. That's the great thing. It's nice and small. Alright, oh, before we go on, I wanted to just tell you a couple of things. There is a paper, I forgot I wanted to do housekeeping. There is a Batter Up Paper Pumpkin, Knock It Out of the Park. Batter Up is the next paper pumpkin for May. And if you subscribe, new subscribers can get it for $5 this month. It's absolutely amazing. And because usually it is like $22, which includes shipping. But it's about $22. Taxes either before that or not. But this is going to be a nice kit for also masculine cards too. So if you go to my blog, I put a link to sign up. If you're interested, you can go to my, like I said, my blog, donnascreativespace.com, and the blog is dated today. And you can click on it, and it'll take you right to a page that you can learn more about it and sign up. So if you sign up on the 7th, and this says the 11th to the 10th, because for a paper pumpkin you have to sign up by the 10th of the month. But starting today, the 7th, you can get it for $5. All right, so that's that. Then another thing is this from May 4th to June 14th, we have this promotion going on. It's called Connect, Craft, and Collect. So if your order, or multiple orders, if you want to grab a few friends and put together a little group of orders, if you get to $250, the hostess will get 10%, which is usual, but then you will also get $25 additional rewards. So if your order was exactly $250, you'd get $25 regular Stampin' rewards, and then another $25. And then that is $50 total you'd get free. So, I mean, of course, if you go up to $450, you'd get all that, percentage off, plus you'd get a 50% off item. So if you place a large order, $250 or more, you will get that. If you want to grab a couple of friends and put an order in together, give me a call or email me at donnasingleton33@yahoo.com. I can put together a host code for you, and you can be the host and get all those great rewards. All right, so, ooh, excuse me. So then, besides that, I guess that was it. Oh no, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you about. For the month of May, right, we have a join special. And the join special is, I'm trying to look for the flyer. Let's see. I'm just going to print it out while I'm talking to you, and then I can grab it because it's right next to me. The print is right next to me. But if you join during the month of May, you get, hold on a sec. print. If you join during the month of May, you normally would get $125 in product for only $99, but for this month, you get an extra $30 in product. So that means you'll get $56 for free from the Stampin' Up! In product, right? So this is just printing out. So I'm going to grab it, and then we'll continue with our card. I apologize, I didn't, well, it's taken its time to print. But I didn't, I forgot that I want to tell you all about that, because that is like, when they offer these specials for joining, it is, that's when you, if you ever thought of it, that's when you should join. And everybody says, oh, I don't want to sell, but you know what? You don't have to sell. I'm just folding it in half because it gives us 2 of them. So, let me show you. See this? I'll point to it. $155 for only $99. So join before the end of May and you get $56 worth of product for free. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to just real quickly, if you are interested, you can contact me at Donna Singleton 33 at yahoo.com. I should have had that all done before. All right, so that's the thing. The join special, $56 for free. You know, pick out $155 worth of product. Only spend $99. Shipping's free. You just pay tax. Then we have the host special, right? And then we have paper pumpkin special for $5. So, I mean, my goodness, there's so many specials. Hi, City. How are you? Oh, thank you for sharing. So that's all the housekeeping. All right. I already told you about my card class to go. All right. Let's get back to the cards. So let me put these away. Okay. So let's see. I have a couple of stamps we're going to use. And I'm going to use some Pear Pizzazz ink and some Highland Heather ink. And I've got, I'll show you the difference. I have the leaves, right? And I'm making this I made this a Mother's Day card. So I used the To an Incredible Woman on the outside. That is from, that's from the Hydrangea stamp set, right? It's right there, To an Incredible Woman. But it didn't have a Mother's Day. So I took the Mother's Day, the Happy Mother's Day, from Dress to Impress. Because I want to make a Mother's Day card. I'm going to visit my mother. It will be my last visit at the nursing home as a supervised visit downstairs, because as of mid next week, that will be 2 weeks after my second shot, and I can go upstairs to her room, which I am looking forward to because she went in about a year ago, and I've never seen the inside of the place aside from where we meet down in this little room. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that and seeing what her room looks like. Okay, so let's take this piece of Designer Series paper, and what I'm going to do is get out, I always forget to put my grid paper out. So let me put the grid paper out. It does help me kind of stay into the image area, the view area for you guys. All right, Highland Heather. So I'm going to take this Highland Heather and go all the way around. Let me bring the card forward so you can see. And all I did was I went around the edge. Right? The center will get covered, so you don't really need to do the center. Right? Just like this. And I'm using full strength Highland Heather. I thought it would give it a nice look to this. Let me see if I can squeeze this in so that I don't, I'm going to put an extra little line of them there. All right. So next is this. So we're going to take this, and this is going to get, oh, you know what? While I have that out, so you need a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to stamp the sentiment. All right. This is To an Incredible Woman, and I'm going to stamp it right the center here, and I'm using the double oval punch. I should put it this way so you can read it. Double oval punch today. So I'm gonna I'm going to punch the scalloped oval out of the, this is Gorgeous Grape. So we needed a scrap of that. I'm not sure if I told you that you needed a scrap of it when I went through the instructions. And then this, I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit narrower because it doesn't fit into the punch. Let's see if it will go now. Oh, that's good now. Okay, so now I'm going to punch this. Sorry if I'm doing it towards me right now. Now I'll do it towards you. That's trash. All right, so we can take care of this right now and put this onto our little scalloped oval. In the next card, I'm going to use one of the new, actually two of the new in colors. So I'm excited to show you them. All right, so we have that. And this we can put right on to our Misty Moonlight. Ugh, isn't this backing pretty? It's almost a shame to cover it, but I have more paper, so. But yeah, if you like this paper, you should get it soon, because once that catalog ends, it is not in the new catalog. All right, so that's done. What else do I have to do? Okay. Now, see how I just used the shaded leaf for this one, which is just, you can go ahead and use, where is it, the stamp. You can use part of this leaf here, that stamp, to put the lines on if you'd like, but I wanted a kind of a subtle background because there's no lines in the flowers, so I didn't want the lines there. So I'm going to take my Pear Pizzazz and I'm going to stamp this, and I use this, I had to put on an E block. If you don't have an E block, you might have to use your maybe your Stamparatus, or a bigger block anyway, because it is a large stamp. And I'm putting it so it's going to curve to the right, but I want to put the leaves kind of close to the left side so that we have room for our sentiment. So I'm just going to do it just like that. Put it down, hold it for a second. How are you doing, Cindy? Thank you for sharing if I didn't already say so. Sometimes I get carried away and forget what I'm saying. Okay, and then that's it for the Pear Pizzazz. But we want to stamp the inside. Did I take out? Oh, here it is. So for the inside of the card, all I did was I took the little group of flowers. It's not the same one. It's a little different. It kind of has some leaves in it. It's tinier flowers. Let me see if you really can't see the difference, but see how that's like only blossoms? This one has little leaves. So I took it and I kind of put it in the corner, coming off the edge like that. And then the Happy Mother's Day, this, like I said, was from Dressed to Impress, because I could use a Mother's Day card. And so excited to go up to her room next week. Okay, so I believe all our stamping is done. All right, so let's see. Let's just do a little bit of assembly. So this is going to go on the inside. Where did I put my, oh, here it is. Just like that. And this is going to go on the outside. Oh, and I'm going to use my marker technique, my Sharpie marker technique, to make a little tie for, a little knot, I should say. And this is going to get centered. And I wanted some of the grape to show, the Gorgeous Grape to show in the background. I just thought that was pretty. Remember, see, this is the card right here that I was, this is the card that I was using as an inspiration. So it's kind of got a little bit of the same idea, but not quite. So now I'm going to mount this one onto the smaller piece of Misty Moonlight, which I believe I already told you. All right, that's going to go on. And that Misty Moonlight, this is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And the white was 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of what I just told you about the my little Sharpie technique. So if you watched me before, you probably know this. And you need about, well, I like to cut 8 inches. You don't need that much because we're only going to cover, this is only 2 5/8 wide. But, and I'm putting the knot, the left side. So I want to make, I'm going to put the knot, when I tie it on the Sharpie, I'm going to leave more to one side than the other. All right, leave one side shorter and do one knot and then tie it again. The reason I use a Sharpie is because it has the rounded edge and you can slide this right off. So I'm just going to pull it tight. Now I've used my finger, I've used other size pens, so it really doesn't have to be a Sharpie, but I learned it as a Sharpie, so I call it a Sharpie technique. Right, and then you pull it off and you have this cute little loop. See that loop? And then we're just going to take some, let me make sure I'm doing it on the bottom. You're going to put some adhesive on the 2 sides, and then this is going to go off to the left, just like that. Right about there maybe. Oops, and you're going to just tack it onto that, see how I tacked it there? And do the other side the same way. Right, just like that. So we have that little loop, but watch this. You take this, I kind of flatten it a little bit, but you take your scissors, a sharp pair of scissors, put your scissors into, let me come up higher. I could zoom in, but I'll just bring it up higher. And you put your, I'm looking at the screen, my computer, just to see if I can, maybe the light isn't very good. So you put your scissors in like this, and you cut it at an angle, just like that. And look at that, how it creates like this little knot. And you can just pull the sides out a tiny bit, very gently. This ribbon here, this is so pretty. This is the gorgeous grape, and it's just the sheer ribbon. It's so pretty. But it does fray on the end, so if it does fray, just trim off the ends a little bit. Just like that. Oops. Right, and then get rid of all that because you don't want that on your stamps. All right, so that's that. And I'm just going to take, oops, look at that. Let me straighten that out. I'm going to cut, just to get rid of some of the bulk, I'll cut that ribbon off. Okay, and then let's see. Where's my card? All right, so this is going to go up on dimensionals in the end, but you know what I want to do is I want to put this on first. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive in this corner, right? Not a whole lot. It's going to get covered, and I want the flower to go over the edge, overlap a little, and I'm just kind of picking at some of these little blossoms. The middle will have an adhesive on it, so you won't be able to pick those up once we push this down. But just pick up a few and fold them up with your nail and your finger, just like that. Right? Just to add a little bit of, and then you can just figure out where you want to. I think like it's kind of round, but there's this little flat part that I kind of put down towards the stem, and then just press in the center like that. So now we have that, right? And now we can turn this over and we'll get some dimensionals. And we'll put some dimensions on the back of this. I'm actually going to put one over here just so that I don't want it to be to sag. Don't like a saggy card. Did I put that too close? No, that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to just use my take your pick tool. Oops, they're going flying. One more. Once you get a bunch on there, they don't want to stay on. Right. All right, this is just going to get centered onto the center of the card. Just like that. Oh, I just love these colors together. And then we're going to take this and put this up on dimensionals. And when I'm putting this over ribbon, I like to kind of space out my dimensionals so they're not just going straight across, because then they'll rock on the ribbon. So I put them off to the edge. And then I'm just going to put this on here, and this is going to also kind of go off the edge like that. Look at it, make sure it's straight, just like that. And now the let's see, not the last thing, but so now we're going to take some of these flowers, right? These little blossoms that we cut out. We've got a bunch of them. We want to make sure we're using the right side. Let me put them all on the paper here. I'm using my, if you don't have this take your pick tool, this is well worth the $10 that it costs, because you get the point side, it has a spatula side, it actually has another piece that goes with it that has balls on either end, so you could use for scoring, and this is the putty side, so you can pick things up and put them down. Okay, now we're going to put, sorry about that, I'm thinking of that commercial. Alright, so now, let me get my little ribbon on my, now I'm going to take my glue dot and I'm going to kind of roll it on itself because they're kind of big, and I want to put it on the back of these, but I don't want it to show, I don't want them to show, so I'm going to bend them a little bit as I do this. And then I'm just going to put them on the card. So I'll do a few of these, right? So I kind of roll it up so it's a little spot, right? And bend. I have ink all over my fingers. This is horrible. But it's just one of the hazards of the job. Just like I got a paper cut today. And I hate paper cuts. I would rather get cut by a knife. See that? I'm kind of rolling it into like a little ball. And then I can just pick up one of these with my take your pick tool. Put it on the center of it. And kind of bend the blossoms. I think I'll just do 3 up the top. And this cut out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cut out 9 at once. So now I'm going to put a couple down the bottom, and I'm going to use them kind of like embellishments. Put one down here. And I like that they had, this is why, the reason I brought in the Misty Moonlight, I just like to kind of fold it up on itself on the stuff that stops it from sticking on the backing. So I put one over here, hanging over the edge, and then one more. Let's do this one. And then that's just going to go like that over there. And then I took some small pearls. Oh, I'm going to have to get some more pearls out. So I took, oh, there's a fuzzy. And that's another thing about this take your pick tool with the putty side. You can actually pick up the pearls with it and put them down. And I need a couple more down here. Right there. I want to use these little pearls on my next card, so hopefully, let's see, I have, whoops, I didn't want to take you, stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's enough. Okay. And there you, oh, I did want to put one more pearl. I put one on the leaf. I put it on this little leaf here, but I think I'm going to put it on the bottom of this other leaf here. Just like that. And that's it. What do you think? Right? So it is similar to the one this is the one that that was my inspiration from the catalog. And this is what I created with it. I mean, I got the same idea as far as this rectangle, but I used DSP in the Misty Moonlight. And then, but I did the flower. I didn't cut it out the way they did. I put it on white because I wanted it muted kind of. And then the little flowers. So that is our first card, and I think it's cute. I think my mother's going to really like that. Let me give the other one to Alan to give to his mother if he wants it. All right, next card. Next card's a little more work, but it's just as cute, and I need some of these stamps, so I will move this out of the way and bring in another basket. All right, now I want to show you something. I am going to be using, oh, let me get rid of these flowers. I should put them in the basket. All right, I'm going to be using some new ink colors, and if you haven't seen them, well, hi Peggy, just catching a little bit late. That's okay, Peggy. If you want, you can always go back to watch the beginning. So some of you are demonstrators and have already gotten your ink colors, but don't you just love them? Now this is the next card, and I use the Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to do a couple things different with it. But I wanted to show you, for those of you, because I know that some people will be watching this later, and I wanted to show you. Now, this is a Fresh Freesia card base, and I wanted to do this. So this is the Fresh Freesia, right? Gosh, I think that's how you spell it. Maybe I'll put it on this piece, because I want to show you this. I want to show you as it pertains to other colors, all right? So this is the purple posy that is just retiring, and this is the Highland Heather. So this is our new color, right? So I just wanted to show you that so you could kind of see the difference that it is, because it's a little pinkier. On its own, it looks lilac-y to me, but then when you put it near a purple, it looks more pinky. But that's the Fresh Freesia compared to the purple posy and the Highland Heather, in case you haven't seen it yet. Oh, you're still waiting for your order to come? Oh, it's so exciting to get the new product, Peggy. I bet you're dying to get it. I was so excited. I did my pre-order, but then I went back and ordered a couple more times. All right, so now I want to show you. I'm not using this cardstock, but this is the Soft Succulent. All right. Oh, I just dotted my U. You don't need to dot a U. Okay. So this is the Soft Succulent, but I wanted to show it to you. Oh, and I might as well put this one too. This is the Evening Evergreen. All right. So those are two new ink colors that I'm just showing you because I'm using the Soft Succulent ink today. But look at, I didn't pull out any other greens, but here's our Soft Seafoam, and here's our Pear Pizzazz, and here's the Soft Succulent and the Evening Evergreen. This I just pulled in because it was right there. But I wanted to show you the difference. It's kind of a bluey green, right? I think it's a good, like, cactusy color. I think this will be great for that. So we have a Soft Succulent stamp set, I think. Wait, is this called, am I getting the name right? Yeah, Soft Succulent, I'm right. Okay. For some reason, I just thought, oh my goodness, am I telling them the wrong thing? So I'm using this color ink today, but I'm not using the cardstock. But I did want to show you that so you could see the difference between the papers. All right. So for this card, I am doing, this is a landscape card. I'm sorry. I totally blanked out. All right, and I used the Fresh Freesia, and the card is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I just like, oh God, do you ever have a brain freeze like that? All right, now let's get some stamping done, and you'll need a scrap. Oops, I didn't pull out a scrap. I've done a little bit. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Have you seen the new package of In Colors, the Designer Series paper? This is gorgeous. Look at this. Let me see if I can fan it out. All right, so these are our new In Colors. All right, so we have, oh, it's so pretty. So the last set of In Colors, not the ones that just retired, that are retiring, I should say, but the ones that I call them the even years, 2020 to 2022. That was the Magenta Madness and the Misty Moonlight that we just used in the other card. Bumblebee, Soft Cider, no, Cinnamon Cider, and what am I thinking wrong? Which is the one I'm looking over? Oh, Just Jade. Those are kind of, those were, I would say they're in the bright family, whereas these are kind of soft, right? And they just, this reminds me of the Mossy Meadow. But, so this is the Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, I think it's Pale Papaya, Fresh Freezer, Soft Succulent, and, oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? Polished Pink. Gosh. All right, so what you get when you buy the Designer Series paper, you get 8 pieces of each color. All right, I'm showing you the Polished Pink because I already cut into the freezer. So you get, it's really 4, they're double-sided. So here's the design on one side, right? And here's the design on the other. So you get 4 pieces, right? Like this. But it's really, you get almost like 2 of each design. So that's that design, and then these 2, right? Just like that. And our regular color collections come like this too. Not as many colors. I mean, not as many pieces. Because there's only 5 colors for the In Colors, you get 4 of everything. 8 pieces, 4 of each design. 4, gosh, how do I say this? 4 in this design wave, right? 4 pieces in this design wave, and 4 pieces in this design wave for a total of 8, right? But when you get the color collection, like let me show you. Let me just grab one. So here are the Regals. And these are the new ones. They come out with new designs every year. Oh, look at how pretty. So for this one, you're only going to get 4 pieces. So here is Regal. So this is probably, I would say this is either Real Red or Cherry Cobbler. Right? I think this is Real Red. So you're going to get, instead of like we had 8 pieces here, you're going to get 4. So you'll get 1 of each. 2 of this page, so 1 of each design, and 2 of this. If that makes any sense to you, because there's 10 colors. So it's the same amount of paper, right? Same amount of paper. Uh-oh. Don't stick to that. They both have 40 sheets, but this has 5 colors, and you get 8 sheets, that's 40. This has 10 colors, so you get 4 sheets. All right, so that is all I want to say about that. And I just wanted to show you these In Color packs because they're so pretty. So what I did was I used this one here. Come on, come out. That one there for this card. And I just think this pack is so pretty. I love these colors. At first I wasn't sure if I was going to like the colors, but I really do. All right, so we need a scrap of paper. We need an inside piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I call it a mat. And then we need a Designer Series paper mat, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And I used, you know, my favorite Stitch So Sweetly set. I'm so glad this is staying with us. I used the second to the smallest, not the smallest, but the next one up for this. And I always punch 2, mostly when I'm doing lives, because just in case. Now, on this card, I used, where are they? Oh my goodness. I use the, oh goodness gracious. You know, things are like usually right in front of me, and but I just can't see them. Well, I use the new In Color gems on this one, and I had the package out, but I don't see them right now, so they must have wandered off somewhere. Oh, I found them. So here's the new In Color gems. These are the 2021, 2023, the odd years. And Polished Pink, the Pale Papaya, the Evergreen, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, and Soft Succulent. I'm saying these not because you need to remember them, but I need to remember them because they're new, and I gotta keep practicing saying them so I can remember the names. But I made this card using those, but I am going to use these pearls. These are the pastel pearls, and they carried over to this new catalog. So I'm very excited about that because I just think these are absolutely beautiful. They go so well with this paper too. This designer series paper. Look at this, how pretty they go with it, right? Okay, so I'm going to use these instead. So I'm going to do this card a little different. And now our white, so we have a new twine pack if you haven't seen it. And you get, it's a pack of 5. And it's a total of 35 yards, but what they did was they gave you 10 yards of white. I think that's what it was. 10 of white, 10, 20, yeah, 35. 10 of white, 10 of crumb cake, 5 yards of very vanilla, 5 of gray granite, and 5 of black. So I happen to have one of my rolls from the snail suite that came with the pink. I'm going to use that. But this is great because now you can get them all at once. And I kind of like them on these long skinny things too. And I am going to use some little pearls. I'm going to use the oh my goodness, why do I keep forgetting the, does this happen to you guys where you just, all of a sudden the words disappear? That's what's happening to me. I don't know why, but all right, let's start with this. We want our Fresh Freesia ink. And I'm going to use that same stamp that we used before, but I'm going to spray my little scrubber that is off to the side. You might be able to hear me making all this noise with the scrubbing. But I want to get that purple off. And I think that's the only one that I had to reuse. Okay, so I'm going to take this. And all I did was kind of go, oh, this one, I wanted to show you what I was looking at. Oh, it's right here. So this is the card that gave me the inspiration, all right? That one there. Let's see if I get it. It looks like they embossed the background and used a die cut for that shape. I changed that. So that's what I use for my inspiration. It's a little different. But what I like to do is find something out of the book and then change it and make it my own. So this is what I came up with. All right, so what I did is I took that same, we used this on the other one, right? For the outer edge. Well, we're just going to go at an angle. And all I did, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want an angle from, and I'm going to go back this way now. And I just put the, and I'm going to just go in and I'm going to lean my stamp and just hit some of the blossoms from it. All right. So, and I use that on the inside. So I am going to do that while I have it. And just put that down in the corner, just like that. All right, so I don't need that stamp anymore. So then there's a blotchy stamp that colors those in. Oh, I do need that. You know, I forgot. I put that away. We need to stamp a couple as to cut out. Now, I've already gone ahead and done one, but I'm going to show you the other one. That's what I have this piece of scrap here for. So I need to have one set here, right? and I've already cut one out, and then this blotchy thing here, it goes, I believe it goes with the other stamp, the one that we used at the inside of that. I think it goes with this stamp here. Watch. I think that this blotch goes better on this, maybe. I don't know, but I'm using it on this. So what I did was I inked it up, but I want it light, so I stamp it off, and then I kind of covered it. And it really doesn't match it exactly, but just try to do as much as you can, because this is going to get cut out, and you can go back in and cover the edge if you need to, because this is going to be die cut. All right, and so you need 2 of those, but I've already done one just to save time. Oh, before I do it, so I'm going to do the same thing over this one, but of course you can't go in extra, so just do as best as you can with just one stamp, just like that. All right, and then I'm going to close this up. Let's see, what else? Oh, we need to stamp. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that up. My goodness. This I am stamping You Make Me Smile. I think that's pretty. So now I have to lean in so my head might get in the way. And I'm going to try to make it straight. Okay. I love that script. I love when they mix like block lettering, like the Make Me, and the scripty stuff together. Did I put a sentiment on the inside? No, just that. Okay, now I can put this away. And now we want to stamp the leaf. All right, and that's going to be done in the new soft Succulent. That one's done. So, this is the one, this is our scrap piece. So I am going to stamp the leaf like this, solid, you know, full strength. But I'm going to stamp off this, take some of it off, and then kind of go. My head's going to get in the way again. And these don't match exactly, but it's that watercolory look, so that's fine. Now what I did over here is I want to do the same thing, but I'm going to just put it kind of like in, there's a little indentation there, that I'm just going to kind of put my leaf down right into there like that. And then again, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to just try to get it just about exact. Just like that, just to put a little color. You know, I didn't do this a second leaf, but I think I'm gonna do a second leaf on this one. Down the bottom. It won't fit all the way. I'm just gonna kind of put it like coming off the side, like that, just to add a little more color to it. And then just a little bit, just to fill it in. Okay. Now, I have the die. Let's see. This is going to go on the inside, so I put that aside. We are done with the ink, so let me put that aside. That goes on there. That's stamped. Okay. I'll show you what I was going to do, but I just changed my mind. The reason I had the soft Succulent, I had stamped it onto the solid, onto the paper, but I just didn't like the look of it. Maybe you guys would. I don't know. What do you think? Let me see if I can pick one up. Stick into my fingers. I just thought it blended too much into the background. And if I wasn't going to do, so let's say, let me just lay it there so you can see. You know what I mean? It kind of like, I think it needed the white in the background. What do you think? I just decided, I said, you know what? I'm not going that route. That's why I had the soft Succulent paper out. So I put them aside because I'll end up using these on a different card. So for these two things, we have dies, and I already cut out, as you saw, the rectangle. So I used some washi tape, and I'm going to try to get this as close as possible. It's hard to it's hard to do this kind of like in a video because I'm looking at it at an angle. But now this one over here, let's see. Now I forget how this went. I think it went like this. Nope. There we go, like this. Alright, so I want to get this as close to like that, right? And then I'm going to bring in, that's what I love about this, it's so cute and little, and pull this in. I did all the stamping with that. Alright, and I'm going to put this right here. I can do them both at once. Make my little sandwich. One on the bottom, and my paper in between two number 2 plates. And crank away. Like that. And let's see. Oop, there's a leaf. And there are our flowers. So, like I said, you need 2 of each. I did it ahead of time because I didn't want you to have to watch me do that all the time. Right? Okay. So, we are ready to assemble. Oh, no, there's one more thing, but for the embellishments, I want to show you what I want to do with the embellishments, but when we get to that. All right, so this I'm going to put on the inside. It's funny, I have all these little dots all over the place, and I was trying to figure out what they were. See that dot? It's from the inside of that hydrangea that we cut out on the first card. So this is going to go on the inside, just like that. And you could, let's see, what was the other sentiments? You make me smile. So this is a cute card because, I mean a cute stamp because you have the world is a better place because of you. To an incredible woman, you are capable of amazing things. You make me smile, which we're using. I appreciate all the little things you do. Then a for you and with love and congrats. Oh, and a little teeny thank you. Besides the images. And this is kind of cool, this watercolor like a splotchy thing. This, of course, these 2 things, of course, are to color in that. And maybe that is made for that. That's to color in that, that for that, that for that. We didn't do any of the little ones. But it's really a nice set, and it's kind of funny because I bought it so long ago and I just never got around to using it. So I thought this was perfect because I'm using new product with it. And like I said, that's in the new catalog, so it carried over. All right, so we want to tie our ribbon around this. So I want to show you. I just grab a spare block when I do this, but I want to leave a little hanging, and I'm going to go around twice. Just like this. And then I want to leave enough so I can tie. All right. Now, sometimes it's easier just to put a spare block down so that you can tie, because this isn't cardstock, it is the Designer Series paper, so it's very light. So if you put something on it, it helps. So I'm going to tie a bow off to the side. Oh, it was stuck on my watch. And since we're not taping it down, if we need to slide it around, we can. Alright, so block. So we did that. So I'm going to pull it up to like halfway, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Oop, almost pulled it out. Just like that. Alright, now it's going to go onto our card base, and I'm going to go right, oops, right up over, oh, I think I'm running out. Oh, I did, I ran out. Hang on. I know I did keep a pack. Let me open this. I kept one handy because I knew I was getting low. But if you use these, make sure when you change each time you change it, or if it starts sticking, make sure you go in and pull off any sticky stuff on the ends. Right? That'll help. See how I got all this sticky stuff? You just want to get that off. That helps them work better, because you don't want anything to stick. And then get it started and I'm going to go right across the twine, go around the edge of this, just like that. All right, make sure our twine is straight before we put it down as close. We'll have a little bit of chance to wiggle it. All right, and this is going to go centered on here, right? And then I'm going to make sure my twine is straight. Yep. And then put that down. I just like this, the blossoms on this paper. This paper reminded me of lattices. Peggy's, let me read what Peggy's saying. I need to make several cards today and tomorrow. My granddaughter just had 4 wisdom teeth extracted. She is needing a bravery card. Oh, this would be a pretty one. All right, so now I'm going to take this one. 4 wisdom teeth. Oh my goodness. I had that done on college break once. And I tell you, it was a stupid time for me to have it done. Most kids are going on spring break, and I went and had all my wisdom teeth taken out at once. How stupid was that? All right, so let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of these, kind of on these. Whoops. Did it stick? No, it didn't. Okay. I'm going to put it kind of on these front blossoms, and that way I can put it right down on here, just like that, see? And then I'll turn this one upside down and do the same thing with those kind of, just figure out which way you want your blossoms to go. And I wanted to do it in the 2 corners, just like that. Right, this one's over more because there was more room up there. This one I just didn't want to put too much. Now when I put the leaves on, I'm going to, instead of putting the glue dot on the back, I'm going to put it on the front, right? Just like that, so that I can stick it under like this. It's like, and press it hard. Same thing with this one. Put it on the front of the stem. I'm right near the stem of the leaf, and then I'm going to put that one. Let me think where I want to put it. I guess over here, just like that, right? And now that's going to go up on dimensionals. So you know me, I'm looking for my dimensionals. There they are. And I'm going to put one on the 2 leaves, one each on the 2 leaves. And then I'm going to put it right where they intersect, where the blossoms intersect with this scalloped rectangle. Because when you put them over the overlapping things like that, it kind of helps to hold them together. All right. And let's see. Huh. You know, I'm looking for my take your pick tool, and I never seem to, I don't know where I put it. It's probably like right in front of my, I see the cover over there. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know where I put it. I just have to pull these off. I like using the take your pick tool for taking these off, because I can get them all at once. But I don't know where that ends up going. It's probably like right in front of my face. Did I get them all? Yeah. And then this is just going to go centered. Oh. That would be pretty for your granddaughter, Peggy. You make me smile. All right, let me get rid of these. Now, I want to use these pearls, right? Because I think they go nicely, but I want to use tinier ones on here. See how I use those in color? They're not rhinestones. They're calling them gems, but they're kind of like rhinestones because they're cut like them and they're sparkly. But what I'm going to do is I am going to use... Hi, Susan. How are you? Did you get your chick kit? I gave it to... Catherine picked it up yesterday. I am going to, now I have to practice with these. I haven't used these yet. I want to practice the coloring the pearls with these. Because I'm going to use these big pearls. So I'm going to put a couple of big pearls here, here, and down here. I'm going to get my ribbon scissors and I'm going to cut my ribbon. I'm going to make that bow a tiny bit smaller. There. Not yet. Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll get it from her. What does it say? I'm sure you'll get it soon. Yep, you will. I'm sure. Okay, so now I want to color some. I'm going to color the pearls. You know, you can color pearls and ribbon and stuff with our. And I want to do these little ones, but I want to practice on these because I have more of these. I want to try to get the same color as that. So I don't know whether to use the light or the dark. So let's see what these look like. It's a little pinkier than the ones that come on there. But what do you think? Let me pick it up and see. Oops, let me drop it. Close. I think, oh, what did I just take? That was the lighter one. So I'm going to use the lighter one, I guess. So I'm going to color in these little pearls over here. Make sure they're sticking in place. I only have 5. I think I only need to put like 3 maybe. Oh, that guy really wants to go. All right. All right. And I'm just going to put a couple on these. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I think I like these better than, I'm just going to put it in the middle, not even on the center of a blossom. Do I want to do one over here? Yeah, I think I'll just do one. They're a little bit, I was hoping they would kind of color, you know what, maybe I should do the darker ones. All right, I'm going to go in with the dark on top. See if that helps. They're not exactly, I wish those had different sizes. They're pinkier, but that's okay. I was hoping they would be closer to this color, but I don't know what this color might be. Oh, maybe I should have done them Highland Heather. I'm thinking that maybe Highland Heather would have been better to color those. I'll have to see if that, I think that it might be better. But I ran out of pearls. So I have to open another package. Nobody's finding me. Sorry about that, guys. I have to figure out, and I don't even know, I couldn't see the answer or decline is right in the, it's right where my mount, the camera mount is. So I could not, let's see, dark purple posy. I want to see if Highland Heather is close. That's the Freesia. Those are the new ones. This is, that's the purple posy. I'd rather not use purple posy. I mean, although, let me try the Highland Heather. Let me use the light. Oh, Cindy, you're back. You found me. That was pretty bad. I'm gonna have to splice these two videos together before I upload it to YouTube. I'm using Highland Heather now. I wanted to see if that would work. No, that's pinky too. It's got to be the purple posy. I don't know. I'm just going to give up. Oh, actually, the Highland Heather darkened as it dried. Look at this. Oops, let me pick it up. Still very similar. What about the dark Highland Heather? This is like an experiment. I just decided, I mean, I was doing the, those in color gems. So I just decided to, that's a little bit closer to them. I guess the dark, I guess the dark Highland Heather works better. So I'm going to take these two off. These three off, I should say. I'll just put them here for now. I'm sure I can use them on a different card. And yeah, these look a little more purpley. Not as pinky. Yeah, I like those better. They're still not the exact shade of the pastel pearls, but okay then. So that is it for me. Had to shut down Facebook and restart. Oh, Peggy, I apologize. I have no idea what to do when I'm afraid if I shut my cell phone volume off, it won't record my voice. So I leave it on. I hardly ever get phone calls, but it has happened a couple of times. But where are the other two cards? I didn't, you know, I can't get to the ignore or answer button because it's right in the middle of my phone, and the bracket on my Archon mount is there also. So here are our cards. So I don't have to put which do you guys like better? There's only a couple of you here. Which do you like better, the pearls or the little gems? I don't know who's left. I kind of lost everybody from Sue didn't find me again. Do you like the pearls or the little in-color gems better? I like the pearls. I like the look of the pearls. But I'm bummed that I couldn't. So I'm just going to leave two of these out. So I'll leave that one and that one. And I'll clean up a little bit. You like them all? Thank you, Peggy. You're very diplomatic. Okay, ladies, I am going to just remind anybody that I have my card class to go using the Handsomely Suited stamp set, and I haven't got all the cards in front of me. They're in the other room, but I have been playing with the set, and I'm going to pick out 4 cards to give free 4 card kits. You'll get 8 kits. 4 cards, two each of 4 card designs, and that's my usual to-go class that I have at the beginning of the month. So if you shop with me from May 1st through the 15th, use this host code above at my DonnaSingleton.StampinUp. You're a Pearl Girl. Yeah, I like the pearls better. That's why I left that one out there. So if you spend $35 or more before tax and shipping, you will get my Handsomely Suited card kit to go. It will be 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and it will have as much as I can cut out for you ahead of time. All the paper will be pre-cut, cardstock, and the designer series paper. If there's anything that you have to stamp first, then you would have to cut it out yourself afterwards. So that's it as far as this Facebook Live. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Friday. If not before, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.